Farms. The smell of dust and fresh grass, animals walking around and children playing. It sounds ideal to many of us, but at the same time, farms aren't really what you think of when you think of billionaires. But today, we're gonna look at some of the richest farmers in the world. But before we get into this video, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything we post. Let's start with number 10, Tony Parrish. He is estimated to be worth more than $2 billion, and he shares his wealth with his brother Ron. The family started as dairy farmers, and their company has since gone from strength to strength. It is now one of the largest dairy farms in Australia, but these farmers have definitely not stuck to just farming. They have since moved into all sorts of different projects. They are also now known as property developers. Their company controls thousands of housing lots and other ventures. But the two brothers have remained super close. They even still live on the same dairy farm their parents bought in 1963 after immigrating to Australia from Croatia. They are the types of billionaires that would still rather be out in the fields rather than shopping in Paris. According to Tony, they have a passion for Western Sydney, so they make sure to give back to the community who's given so much to them. Next, we head over to Russia. Number 9 on the countdown is Vadim Moskovich. In the early 1990s, Vadim Moskovich started out by selling oil, vodka, and apartments, but he soon moved into agriculture. He started out with sugar imports by buying sugar processing plants. Today, his business works in 4 main segments. He produces tons of pork, margarine, mayonnaise, and sugar each year. The company also still controls more than 1,136,684 acres of farmland in Russia. He is reported to have a net worth of $2.2 billion. He used some of this considerable wealth to help fund a school project for gifted students. Many of the students will be getting scholarships and help to attend this school, a school that is supposed to be world class. Next, we head to China to meet number 8 on our list, Fu Guangming. He started his chicken breeding business in the 80s, but the company really blew up when he won the contract to supply chicken to KFC in China. Today, he's one of the biggest suppliers of chicken in China. His estimated net worth today is $2.7 billion, and he shares this with his daughter, who has joined his company as a director. That's a lot of fried chicken. Our next billionaire was born in Riyadh, and he comes in at number 7. He is Prince Sultan bin Mohammed bin Saud Al Kabir. This is a bit of a tricky one. He's the founder of Al Marai, the biggest food producer in the Persian Gulf. The company started out as mainly a dairy farm, but now produces milk, cheese, processed chicken, baked goods, and juice. This all contributed to the enormous wealth of Prince Sultan. At last estimate, he was said to have a net worth of around $3.8 billion. But here is where things become a little dicey. In 2017, the prince and his sons were detained due to their alleged involvement in protests against the government. So, after being on the Forbes richest list a few times, he was removed in March 2018 because it's not entirely clear whether he still has all his money and assets. But I do think that it is a good indicator that he was still listed as one of Saudi Arabia's most powerful people on the annual Arabian Business Saudi Power List of 2020. Number 6 on our list of richest farmers is Andrei Babiš at an estimated net worth of $4.9 billion. Another controversial name on our list, Andrei Babiš, started out focusing mainly on agriculture. He later acquired an empire of media companies and then went into politics. On the 6th of December 2017, Babiš was appointed Prime Minister of the Czech Republic. His time in office was marked by controversies. One of particular interest to us was called the Stork Nest affair. He was, among other things, accused of illegally obtaining €2 million worth of EU subsidies that were supposed to go to small businesses because he concealed his ownership of a farm called Stork's Nest. But later, all criminal charges were dropped in this case. Definitely not quite the picture I had in my head when I think of a farmer. Halfway down the list, we get to Harry Stein at number 5. With a net worth of $5.4 billion, he's the only billionaire in Iowa. His company, Stein Seed, is still privately owned, and because of this, he is also owner of the largest amount of land in Iowa. His father started out as a soybean farmer, and Harry always loved the farm. After joining the venture, he started breeding with soybean lines, something that until then was only done by universities. He helped revolutionize farming in the area and is still working hard to contribute to farming. Even as a billionaire, he still considers himself a farmer. Do you feel like going into farming yet? Maybe the fortunes of the rest of our list will get you inspired. Number 4, Liu Yongqing, with a net worth of $6.5 billion. Along with his siblings, he started out life as a farm worker. With his 3 brothers, they started a company called the Hope Group. It was mainly focused on breeding quails and chickens, and later they branched out into the animal feed business too. Eventually, they split the group into 4 separate businesses, giving each brother one part to focus on. Liu Yongqing named his part the East Hope Group, and while he kept part of the agricultural side, he also went into heavy chemicals and the aluminum industry. I would say that the gamble paid off because today East Hope Group is still one of the largest producers of aluminum worldwide. He moved to Shanghai and is counted as the richest Shanghai resident. His brothers are also billionaires and still own their own companies. One of them is just a little bit down the list. Number 3 on the list is a married couple, Stuart and Linda Resnick. According to Forbes, this couple has a net worth of $7.1 billion, but other sources go up to as much as $9 billion. I guess with the amount of money they have, $2 billion one way or another doesn't make all that much difference. They have truly made their fortune through nature and what it has to offer. Linda Resnick started life in Baltimore, Maryland, but then she grew up in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. After dropping out of college, she worked for an ad agency, and then at the age of 19, she founded her own advertising agency, Linda Limited. She met Stewart when he came for marketing advice. Stewart Resnick grew up in New Jersey, and later his family moved to California. While he was studying law, he started a janitorial business. When he went to get marketing advice for his business, he met his wife, Linda. Sounds like a sweet and easy love story, right? It could be if it wasn't for the billions of dollars these two made during their marriage. They worked well together. He was finance-minded, and she had a flair for marketing. This is also when their love affair with nature started, a lucrative one at that. First, they bought a flower delivery service. Linda became the company's vice president of marketing and later the president. Together, they completely changed the company around. Then the couple bought land as an investment, and the nuts and fruit they produced generated serious income with the help of Linda's marketing skills. Today, they have many businesses that have their basis in farms and plants. Just some of their companies produce pomegranate juice, mandarins, pistachios, almonds, and even wines. Nature has seriously been their friend. They do use their wealth to help others too. For example, they made a donation to the Children's Hospital in California, but there have also been rumors attached to their names. Even though they have more than enough money to last many lifetimes, they don't seem to have any plans to retire just yet. Getting close now. Number 2 on our list is Liu Yonghao. The brother to our number 4, making massive amounts of money from farming, seems to run in his family. His net worth is said to be $12.3 billion. Liu Yonghao started out teaching at a technical school when he started the business with his 3 brothers. When they split the business, he focused on the animal feed side of business. In 2010, it was the largest animal feed group in China. Besides being invested in farming for himself, he also helps other peasant farmers to get loans and by creating agricultural cooperatives. In 2012, he was named one of the Fortune 15 businessmen who changed China. Now we're gonna look at the richest farmer in the world. His name is Qin Yinglin. This self-made pig farmer is not only the richest farmer in the world, but he also has the fastest growing fortune on the Bloomberg Billionaires Index. And when I tell you he's rich, I mean he is super rich. His net worth is set at a whopping $24 billion. He started farming pigs in 1992 with 22 pigs. With his wife, he grew that business to what it is today, China's largest pig breeder. Because of a swine flu outbreak on Chinese pig farms in 2019, the price of pork shot up. His company could navigate the outbreak, and this helped his fortune skyrocket. Then again, when China went under lockdown in February 2020, many businesses suffered. But businesses that could supply food inside China saw their stocks get boosted. So again, his net worth shot up. Whether they are full-time farmers or branched out to other businesses, these farmers have seriously made bank through nature. I hope you enjoyed looking at the richest farmers in the world. Until next time.